You know, I kind of consider myself a very good problem solver. My background in IT, kind of analytical mind and things. The other day I was at a bookstore. I saw a book titled How to Solve 50% of Your Problems. So I bought two. Hey kids, future Adam here, or present Adam, but by the time you see this, it'll already be in the past, or I'm back to the future. No, that's something else. Anyway, I wanted to kind of explain myself here. You may have noticed I haven't had a video for a few weeks, probably a month or so. I had a basement flood on September 11th. I've been trying to clean up that, trying to get things figured out. We had carpeting ripped out. You could see, boxes and bases all over the place behind me and everything. And then October 1st, the whole family got COVID. We're still kind of recovering from that. We're still kind of recovering from the basement flood. It's been just a disaster. I did put a quick video up about, what was going on with the basement and everything. Add COVID onto that. We couldn't do any of the work that we needed to do. Everyone was feeling miserable. I am happy to say we are back on the mend. I am feeling much better. Still have some breathing problems, still have some congestion and things, but I'm able to function, able to do this video. I actually recorded this video on, as luck would have it, I recorded this video you're about to watch on the night of the flood, about 2 hours before we got water in our basement. If I would have stayed down, if I would have made more mistakes, I would have noticed it earlier. I guess I'm so good at this that, no, that's not it either. Anyway, on to the video. Hey kids, Adam here. Today we are going to look at my voiceover effects for all the videos that I do here, but I'm going to use all Tukan plugins. Well, wait, what's this? Oh, that's spiffy. Let's get a zoom in on that if we can. Where did I get this? My friend Larry from Ireland, his daughter Aoife has like a embroidery, like a laser printed guided embroidery thing that she does with shirts. And a number of us, you may be seeing these from now on in some videos. I won't wear it every time, but I'm definitely going to wear it, in this one. Well, I already have it on, so that kind of means I'm already wearing it, but I will definitely wear it from time to time. Larry and Aoife definitely appreciate it. Really, really love the shirt. It fits great. Absolutely perfect. Anyway, this video, full disclosure, I do not use Tukan plugins for my voiceover. Why? Is because I use Davinci Resolve, which is a separate program for video editing. Kind of tried REAPER's video editing. I really wasn't clicking with it. And my good friend Mike from Let's Talk About REAPER, who you should see one of his sometime soon, he was using Davinci Resolve. I jumped into it. I said, you know what? This is what I need to use. This is a decent program. It does support VSTs, so I can use some REAPER plugs from the REAPER plugs downloadable VSTs, but I cannot use any of the Tukan plugins because they're JS only. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd do a video here in REAPER showing you how to do a voiceover with REAPER plugins, because it's really just audio and it's really just plugins. So let's head over to REAPER and take a look. All right, here we are on REAPER. I need to create a track real quick and record arm it. It should be on the correct input. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good enough. And we need to record some audio. So bear with me here while I just talk. I could have probably recorded the whole thing when I started out, but I didn't think of it. I'll be quiet for the first seconds. That'll come up in a second here. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the De-esser, like slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, stupid. We'll use that for the De-esser parts. The rest of the audio, I think I'm probably have enough. I want to make sure I have enough that you guys aren't just bored listening to the whole thing over and over again. So I could have told a joke in here too. What's the difference between, what do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question? All right. We have our audio. First thing we want to do is use ReaFir to get some noise out. Now there is a Tukan denoise plugin. I happen to like ReaFir better. Sorry, John. Maybe it's just because I've used it more. But let's open up our effects chain here. I do have Tukan typed in here. I'm going to type in ReaFir. It's the default plugin built into REAPER. And get this kind of centered. Now, let me say something here. The main voiceover chain that I'm using, I kind of stole from Kenny Joya. Now, most of us have stolen all the stuff we've done in REAPER and in mixing and things from people like Kenny. This one particularly, his chain was really good using all REAPER plugins. I, of course, did what everyone else does, and I kind of made it my own with my own plugins, which we'll see here. The first one, and I'm going to do just exactly the same thing. If you search on Kenny Joya's channel on YouTube, it's called REAPER Mania. For his video on ReaFir, I'm going to use his settings that he used here. So I'm going to use set the edit mode to precise, FFT size to 1024, mode to subtract. Now, what we have to do here is we have to first take this out of record arm. Have to select a part, and let me make this a little bit bigger. A part that has really nothing going on. Like here you can see I'm clicking. I just want to kind of select this, put the cursor over here, and I went a little bit too far. ReaFir only needs like 10 milliseconds of audio to figure out what it needs. I want to give it a little bit more. What I want to do here is I want to check this. This will drop the red line all the way down, hit space to play, and hit space to stop. Now we have our noise line. So normally I have like the AC going on and there's much more noise going on in the room than there is. Today I don't. It's like 57 degrees and raining today. Don't need the air conditioning. I got a new computer case. So I don't get a lot of the fan noise that I used to get from the computer, but still this will do a lot. Let me do this. Let me turn ReaFir off here and bump up the output gain and just play this section. You can kind of hear, hopefully hear what's going on. And then when I turn it on, make sure we turn down the output gain when we're done, or we're going to clip the master channel. But it's going to sound pretty much the same. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video. Not really much different. All right, so the next two plugins I'm going to use are EQ and compression, but since we have this Tukan sum channel, I'm going to do this all in one plugin here. I like Deck 3 because it looks more like an SSL, and I'm familiar with an SSL, and it looks cool. What I want to do first is I want to do a high-pass filter somewhere in like the 80 to 100 range. Let's see, 81 looks good. Then I'm going to move the equalizer over, so I do EQ first before compressor. I'm not going to use the gate at all. I can move this to the end, or I'll just leave it off, and I won't even really worry about it. Turn the thing off there. So there's basically 3 EQ moves I'm doing here. I'm doing a low boost. Even though we did a high pass filter, I want to bring in some of those lows. We're doing like a low mid cut in the like the Wolfie or Boxy or Woofy or whatever it's called range. Then we're doing a high boost, like a high shelf. So we'll start out from the top down here. We'll do a high shelf frequency all the way up. Not too much here, 2 to 3 dB a gain. I want to leave it at 3, and what I'll do is I'll set these up beforehand, and then I'll kind of just play around with them once I get these things figured out. The lows are going to be somewhere in like the 350-ish, 300, 350, somewhere in there, and that's going to be like a 3 dB cut for the low mids. And then the lows themselves are going to be somewhere in like the 200-ish. And again, these are going to be small boosts, so about 3 dB. If I'm looking at my cheat sheet over here, which you can't see, in the 1073, I'm using the 12K high shelf. I'm using the 0.36 or the 360 hertz for cutting, and then I'm using the 220 hertz for boosting. Let me just play this, see what it sounds like. I'll select an area here, and we'll see what this sounds like. I'll kind of adjust as I go on. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the De-esser, like slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, stupid. We'll use that for the De-esser parts. The rest of the audio, I think I'm probably have enough. I want to make sure I have enough that you guys aren't just bored listening to the whole thing over and over again. So I could have told a joke in here too. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the De-esser, like slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, stupid. That sounds pretty good. I had to increase these things. In my video where I use the SSL for my female vocals, I noticed that you have to kind of crank these a little bit more than a normal SSL because we don't have like an input gain into the plugin. This sounds pretty good. I did add some of the little green channel here, or am I like 1.8K? Just took out a little bit, 1.5 dB. I did the bass boost a little bit more. Now, you'll notice I don't really have a great radio voice. Apologies for that. I have a higher voice than when I was younger. I used to sing like Russian Queensryche type things. I wasn't any good at it, but that's what I would sing. And as I've gotten older, I have asthma and allergies and reflux, and I've had 2 neck surgeries with my vocal cords and blah, blah, blah. Sob story, insert sob story here. You could say I have a voice for silent fill. So let's take a look at the compressor here. What I want to do is I just want to do a 4:1 ratio, which is the default here. I want to do a, let's do a slow attack, slow release, faster attack, slow release, and I'll just dial this in to get 6 or so dB gain reduction. I kind of want a lot. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the de-esser, like slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, stupid. We'll use that for the de-esser parts. The rest of the audio, I think I'm probably have enough. I want to make sure I have enough that you guys aren't just... That's probably pretty good. I don't really... There's really not much to configure in here. I think the fast attack probably works best. Slow release kind of lets it go a little bit. I think we're done with the EQ and compression. Let's move on. There's something kind of really cool. And if you haven't seen this video, I'll put a card here. There's a brand new Tukan plugin that just came out. Now, it came out on the day I'm recording this. I don't know when you'll see this video. It all depends on when I can edit it and get it done. But it is the Multiband Processor, which is a multiband compressor. Now, I took this exactly from Kenny Joya's video on what bands he uses and how much. So I'm going to set this up very similar to what I had with ReaXComp. So I'm moving the low band all the way down to like 150. The medium band, let me check my notes here, is going to be right around like 1K-ish. Just kind of drag that over. That looks good. The next is going to go all the way up to like just the high band. So this is going to be like 10, almost 12K here. I have the band set up. Every one of these I'm going to set up for a ratio of 4:1, attack of 15 milliseconds, release of 150. And then we'll go through each band and dial in the threshold. So let me get all these set up here first. All right, these should be good enough. I got most of them right. Good enough for rock and roll. Then what I want to do here is I want to go through each band. If you hit the S button here, it solos it out. And I want to do both the threshold and then the makeup gain. So what I'll do, and I'm bringing this down to get, you can see on the slider down here, getting the first or second little blip there, trying to get like 3 or so dB gain reduction just across each band. So here we go. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the de-esser, like slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, stupid. We'll use that for the de-esser parts. The rest of the audio, I think I'm probably have enough. I want to make sure I have enough that you guys aren't just bored listening to the whole thing over and over again. So I could have told a joke in here too. All right, next band, we'll do the low mids. Same thing, I'm just going to bring down the threshold and then do output gain to match. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the de-esser, like slippery snake sliding. And then the high mids. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the de-esser, like slippery snakes. And then finally this high band. There won't be much here. It's kind of be a pre-de-esser to the de-esser, which we'll get to in a second. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no stuff for the De-esser, all right, and then all bands off and all bands on. I'll kind of go back and forth. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff for the De-esser, like slippery snake sliding somewhere. I am adding a little bit of volume somewhere. I'm going to go back and find out where. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. Let's do some stuff. I think these two bands probably is where it's at. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes... And let's try everything. Hey kids, Adam here. Here is some test audio for this video that you're already watching, which I'm recording in the video, which makes no sense. That's much better. You want to gain match these things so you're not like overloading when you go to a different plugin. Louder is always going to sound better, and maybe not with my voice, but you want to just make sure you gain match so you don't overdo things. All right, next plugin is going to be a de-esser, and there is a Tukan de-esser. And this one is very, very simple. There are like two different commands. The key in, the key out, those are the frequencies. There's the threshold, and then there's the switch the flip to either listen to normal or the key, which is what's being taken out. I like to turn on the key first and then bring the threshold down, see what it's taking out, and nail in those S's. And actually, before I do this, let's go find where I put the part for the de-esser. Stupid. Yeah, that's about it. Let's do some stuff for the de-esser, like slippery. All right, now that we have the stupid slippery snakes, let me put on the key, and you can hear what's going to be taken out as I move this key in up. Silly, slippery snake sliding somewhere. Silly. Now you see that's way too much because it almost sounds like I have a lisp, which I do not, but try to dial in the threshold a little bit down a little bit and see if that helps. Slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, 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 slippery snake sliding. All right, I can't deal with that anymore. Let's get this selection out of here and listen to this off and on. Slippery snake sliding somewhere. Slippery snake sliding somewhere. It's pretty good. I could probably dial this in a little bit, but that's, you basically want to take all the harsh S's out of the out of the sound, because you still want the S to come through, but you don't want it to be so piercing that you want to turn down the volume. And finally, last is just a limiter. And all I really do, there is this limiter plugin, limiter 2. I don't know what happened to limiter 1, but limiter 2 is always better. 2 is always better than 1. Next topic. All I really want to do here is I want to use this as a brick wall. I'm not using this to bring up volume at all. So all I'm going to do is take this ceiling, move it down a little bit to like 1 or 2. It's probably like 1.5 here, and that's it. All I want to do is this, in case I go way over, it will not clip the channel. It'll block it off. I could do before and after. Let's try it. You probably won't even be able to hear a single difference. Slippery snake sliding somewhere, silly, stupid. We'll use that for the de-esser parts. And that's it for the limiter. And actually, that's it for my vocal chain. This is all I do for my videos. I have gone through so many different plugin changes and trying to get my voice to sound like what it is. And I finally realized, kind of like my personality on these videos, this is me. I'm not playing a part. I'm not like, hey, your boy Adam here, you know, all that kind of YouTube crap. I'm just me. This is Dad. I'm myself. This is my voice. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to try to make it sound like something it doesn't. I could pitch shift and do all sorts of fun stuff, but this is it. That's all I do for my voice. I do. So it's almost like everything else in mixing. It's some, you know, compression, some EQ. I could put some saturation on here to kind of just break it up a little bit, but I think this sounds good for what I'm doing. And I have a plugin chain that I can just apply on, kind of just do some final tweaks before every video, just in case like I'm closer or further away from the mic, or I don't have a place because it's on, you know, on this boom stand here. And of course, by moving it, I just screwed up everything. But that's really it. So let me know what you think. Does this going to help you at all? Do you use the Tukan plugins for any of your voiceover work? Do you use REAPER for any voiceover work? If so, what's your plugin chain? What plugins do you use? Do you use all REAPER? Do you use all third party? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, click like and the little thumbs up and subscribe and the little bell thingy and do the YouTube hokey pokey and turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about. So until next time, until I do another video, have yourselves an amazing time until I do another video. Such stupid snakes.